politics, it's interesting that he was last of an old breed of Italians that came over here. When Italians first came over here, they registered predominantly as Republicans, because it was the party of civil rights.
Right. Yeah.
And it was the only party, especially after the big lynching in New Orleans of all the Italians, that protested the lynchings.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a Democratic machine down in New Orleans that hung them all.
It's the biggest lynching ever to occur in America.
Right, exactly. And so they, like the blacks, were predominantly Republicans up until FDR came along. And then they all got infatuated, I guess you could say, with FDR, and started voting Democrat. And then it became, a practice.
One of the things FDR did was allow Americans to produce for their families 200 gallons of wine and 100 gallons for individuals, and that was his attempt to get the Italian vote.
Oh yeah, he wanted the anti-temperance vote.
Right. Yeah.
He campaigned his first time for president on an anti-temperance platform because he said he'd repeal the what was it now, not the 19th Amendment, but the 18th Amendment, whatever the one banned alcohol.
So when was the lynching on the Italians?
I want to say it was in the early part of the 20th century, or the very late 19th century.
So that was all still pretty fresh in people's minds.
Yeah, and it was also, from the Civil War onwards, the Republican Party was known as the party of civil rights.
Of civil rights, yeah.
Yeah, and especially after the presidency of Woodrow Wilson, who resegregated the military.
And what
in
party,
terms of blacks.
What party was Wilson?
He was a Democrat, Democratic Progressive.
Yeah, oh, no kidding.
He and TR, who was a Republican, started us on the road to what we have now.
We're progressive.